All the things are plugged into the things that they're supposed to be plugged into.
Okay.
Okay.
So are they working then?
Yeah, we're recording.
This is why we get those Vince Russo numbers, Jamie Noguchi. Professionalism. That's what we bring to the stage.
Fuck yeah, dude.
At the very least, we didn't put Judy Bagwell on a pole. I can say that much.
All right, man.
4 people who get that joke.
Yeah. All right, Brandon. Well, it's a new week. What are you geeking on this week?
Okay. I guess we're just going to tear right into it. We're not going to do an intro or anything else like that.
Let's
tell people that, our opinions don't actually hold any weight. We take no responsibility for anything we say. We're both morons.
Well, no, we should take responsibility for dumb shit that we say, because we said it. But,
all right.
The information is possibly not accurate, because neither one of us are anything but us. So,
okay.
We're not professionals in anything except, I'm an illustrator, cartoonist, and right
on.
That's not important.
Uh-oh. Phones are buzzing.
Oh.
Things are happening.
Phones are buzzing.
Things are happening. Are things okay?
Yeah, things are happening. Things are fine.
Yeah, for the record, I am better known as the Honorable Referee Brandon Chalmers of Super Art Fight, non-fame. My opinions are my own. I'll try not to say anything too fucking stupid, but I promise really nothing. To future employers who were looking for this, I apologize for my profanity. It won't get any better, but I'm damn reliable.
Oh shit, that's right.
Yeah.
People can use this against you.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about yourself. Well, I do a mediocre podcast. I failed at having a dream radio. I'm not really a successful athlete or anything else like that. And I wear stripes when I really shouldn't. Yeah.
Well,
large guys in stripes.
Hey, when we hit the 10 episode mark, we've succeeded as a podcast.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, I mean, if you make it to 10, that means you got a good clip going.
Oh, okay. All right, cool.
The anniversaries go 10, 50, 100, and then you forget after that. So we're getting there.
Right on. Okay, fair enough. All right, so anyway, to double back to your question, Jamie Noguchi, what am I geeking out about this week?
Yes.
So I'm geeking out about something, and I don't want to take it down too much of a rabbit hole, but I'm geeking out about what a lot of people would consider an existential crisis.
Ooh.
I kind of want to get rid of social media.
Ooh. Okay.
And while that doesn't necessarily help us with promotions for this podcast, man, have I been giving it a lot of thought. Like, back and forth between friends, people who I consider kind of friends, learning more about your family than you ever really wanted to, and I start to wonder, am I blowing way too much of my day scrolling through my phone?
I see your point. I definitely see your point.
Because I do not work freelance like you do, so I can't really set my own hours.
Yeah.
So when I get into work, I gotta kind of hit the pavement, and I find myself part of the way through the day just I want nothing to do with what's going on right now, because I get frustrated or just I need a break for a couple minutes, and then I find myself on my phone, and it's that ain't right. I should want to step outside and take a walk somewhere. Never mind, it was raining today.
Yeah. Don't walk out in the rain.
But look, man, I can Led Zeppelin it if I wanted to. If I want to be a fool in the rain, I'll be a fool in the rain.
Well,
okay.
See, walking outside in California is great because the weather's always nice. Walking around outside in Balmer is 50-50. Sometimes it's nice. Sometimes it sucks.
Okay, I'll give you that. California has nice temperature, has the sunshine.
Yeah.
The entire country's on fire.
Yeah.
And the ground moves up and then down again.
Yeah.
And if you're living in a place where the earth says, get off me, it's time to move. That's just a life lesson.
Yeah.
You visit that place, you don't stay there.
Yeah. I'm still recovering from San Diego.
I bet. Yeah. Trust me. I'm still recovering from Ocean City, Maryland. Like 150 miles south, and I'm a happy camper.
Yeah.
I can only imagine other side of the country, beaches and great weather, and just, as Bruce Willis says, fucking California, huh? Yeah.
Well, cycling back to
to my
your notion of getting rid of
existential crisis. Yeah. Like, Twitter for me is a mixed bag of, like, wrestling stuff and super depressing politics stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And while it's important to stay involved in the politics so that it's why I can pay attention to what's going on, I find myself a little worried that, like, I spend more time on Twitter than I do a reputable news site. So, like, how much of my news am I actually really getting? Like, I know retweeting and sharing things and just responding to things without proper research is causing more of a problem than actually solving it.
Mm-hmm.
Facebook is a lot of just basically I'm pushing my Instagram feed and then liking other things that other people are doing.
Yeah.
Instagram is basically public, like, I don't know, like, it's public narcissism, which is all social media, but, like, seeing what's going on. I'm on vacation. I got a new thing. Like, that's really all it is, and I find myself just kind of wishing I was wherever everyone else was, rather than
like
doing what I'm doing. Yeah, like this, and I start to wonder, like, am I using this as a way to escape for a few minutes, or am I kind of using this as a way to compare how much I'm not happy with certain things?
Yeah. I definitely see that perspective.
I feel like I just drug the entire room and most of our audience down, and I'm sorry about that.
No, I mean, social media these days has been on fire in various aspects. Like, California's burning, so is social media. Facebook is a fucking cesspool. Twitter is a fucking cesspool. Instagram is a fucking cesspool. Like, it's awful.
It's funny because, like, Instagram feels like the least cesspool-y to me. It's a lot more ads than I want to deal with, but, like, I can deal with the algorithm of Instagram because I never read any of the comments on Instagram.
Oh, yeah.
Like, unless it's on my own post, you never see any of the comments.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, fuck it. I can just scroll through and there's a photo that I like. Cool. Click. Okay. Moving right along.
Here's a rad tattoo. Here's an awesome thing. Yeah.
Right. Here's an artist thing. Here's a product that we know that you like the other thing. You were looking for the other thing. We think you might like this. Okay, cool. Here's their less than 1 minute video.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah. And, like, it's a way for me to scroll through everything. Twitter feels like a job. Like, I feel like other than, like, publicly kind of going back and forth about wrestling, I don't really tweet anything other than annoyances that happen through the day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, so I really think I'm almost at the point where, like, I don't know if I need to just delete it off my phone and see if I start to just have withdrawal or what.
Yeah, I mean, there've been, like, a couple of people talking about, like, the social media cleanse, like, starting out, like, a day, and then starting out 2 days, and then starting out on a weekend, and then just eventually ditching the whole fucking thing.
Right.
And I definitely see the benefit in that, because no one's ever having, like, an in-depth conversation on any of these platforms.
Well, I don't necessarily think that's true, and I have been party to healthy conversations about things that we genuinely have discord about. You know, me and another person debating about politics or religion or any of the topics, or just, comics or conventions or what have you. I have actually experienced genuine positive back and forth and a disagreement, and even if we didn't necessarily end up on either side, and me changing my opinion or them changing their opinion, I ended up learning more. I do think it's possible. I think just our baser natures are just like, fuck that guy, fuck whatever's over there, fuck whatever's over here. Have you guys seen my dog?
Yeah.
Like, and it's like, I don't know how happy I am about that. So anyway, so that's been what's in my head.
Mm-hmm.
And that panda planner, by the way, that I talked about, that planning thing that I posted up about, that book.
Yeah.
So that has been a whole thing where there's a monthly focus that you set out for, and you write that same focus goal every day. And the focus goal has been delete social media. And I haven't done it yet. And I stare at it every day, and every day when I go to open up the planner for the night for the morning, and I write down my agenda for today and what my schedule's going to look like, and any extra notes that I have, I write that sentence: delete social media. Put a period on it, and I stare at it for a second, and then I close the book, and then I check Facebook, and it's like, fuck, you're an asshole.
Yeah.
You're an asshole to yourself.
Yeah, I see it. I definitely my brother doesn't use social media at all. He's on Twitter, but like the way
Barely.
he uses Twitter is every once in a blue moon he'll send out a question or like a comment about something very specific in his niche,
Right.
and no one knows what the fuck he's talking about except
Right, yeah.
for programmers in the area. And like when he does events like all the parties at PAX, people ask him like, "Oh, how do I connect with you?" He's like, "You fucking don't."
Yeah.
And he's able to kind of curate his experience of it, and I don't think he misses out on anything. Like,
Yeah, I don't know, and I think part of my issue is that I view myself in the similar sphere as you. You are a freelance artist. Deleting your social media accounts doesn't help you financially. You need to continue to put your work out there, your stuff out there. You need to continue to just kind of sell you to the rest of the world. So
Yeah.
I understand the idea of like, I can't get rid of it. So I don't know whether it's my excuse with Super Art Fight or whether it's just like, well, all of my artists and creative friends are doing it, so I should be doing the same thing too and putting myself out there. And it's like, I don't know if you've acknowledged you're not them. Like,
well, the other thing is you can choose the way you use social media. Like,
Yeah.
I rarely interact with anybody on a argument basis. Like, if somebody's putting out a hot take that I disagree with, I'm like, okay, that sucks. The way I use social media is to promote my shit. Like,
Right.
I've got this coming up, I've got this coming up, I've got this coming up. And if there's a political topic that I definitely jump on,
Right.
I'm all about, I tweet the fuck out of it. Like, I'll
Right.
engage on Twitter, but that's about it. Like, if somebody tries to shit on me, I'm like, that's fine. Because
I don't possess that gene.
years of doing webcomics, you very quickly learn that engaging with anybody is a mixed bag, because you're gonna lose.
Right.
You're not.
Yeah.
It's not a teaching moment.
No, you're right.
You're not going to change their opinion. They're there to snipe you, and they can do it from the comfort of their own home.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, as a creator, you're
Yeah.
out there. You're a person out there. You're not hiding behind anything, and so you're already proceeding from a place of vulnerability, and it's
Yeah.
not a fair exchange. So,
No, that's fair. I think the idea is I have trouble in my head separating a disagreement or somebody yelling "F you" at me
Yeah.
on Twitter versus someone across the room from me shooting me an eye and then flipping me off and then kind of walking away doing like a Chris Tucker of like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like I have to remind myself, you don't get to tell that person to go fuck themselves. Like, you just don't get that option.
Yeah, and it's not a teaching moment. They're
No,
not going to learn
it's
anything from the interaction. They're going to learn, aha, I got his goat.
I think that's mainly the thing is I almost have to take my own advice. I think I need to just remove myself from situations where I can be upset by something. If I'm getting triggered, I gotta go.
Yeah.
Like, because I'm doing one of two things. I'm causing myself harm, or I'm picking a fight on purpose.
Yeah. I mean, and if you like to fight, because
No,
you
there
like
are
to
certain
fight.
things, believe me, I like to fight about, and
Yeah.
that's fine. But yeah, the internet is not anywhere where I'm gonna win a battle. I think I'm. You know what? Fuck it. Hang on. Where's my phone?
Is it
Okay.
happening now? Are we doing it for the views?
Yeah. Here. Okay, so here's my phone. Right. All right.
Nice.
You'll notice now that they killed it, I'm gonna delete Friendly Plus and Tweetbot right now. I'm gonna keep Instagram because I do enjoy Instagram right now. I'm still having a positive experience with that.
Instagram
But-
is great. I love Instagram. I use it just to post my artwork.
So here
All
we
right.
go. Tweetbot is deleted.
Bye, Tweetbot.
And Friendly Plus. By the way, if you're looking for, not to give them a free ad, but if you're looking for a way to manage all your social media in one spot, Friendly Plus is actually really nice.
Nice.
It's only like $3.
Oh, okay.
Okay. They're deleted. Cool.
Dude, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm gonna do the thing that I talked about doing, and I'm gonna do it in front of everybody, so I'm accountable.
You
Fuck it.
fucking did it. That's awesome. That's fucking awesome.
So expect me to probably Instagram a lot more to compensate, but that's fine.
That's great. That's
on
fine.
Instagram at that guy Chalmers. So feel free to
Hell yeah, dude.
whatever it is. But yeah, I delete the thing. If you're thinking about it, even if you end up only deleting it for a couple days, delete the thing. Don't hide it in the folder. You'll find it. Just delete the damn thing.
I'm proud of you. That's amazing. That's awesome.
Appreciate that. All right. Anyway, my existential crisis aside, phone is over here because I'm a responsible broadcaster. All right, go ahead, sir.
All right. Well, September is upon us, and that means
Yeah, baby.
Toku-tember.
Yeah, it is.
And I'm super excited. Well, so I'm not going to be here next week, so we're not going to have an episode next week. I'm going on vacation.
Oh, ooh.
And
this is like the one where you go off like the fucking grid and
yeah, and that's the only like if we had Wi-Fi, I would definitely call in and show everybody where we're staying and all that kind of stuff.
Are you going out to Montana again?
We're going out to Chicago, and then from Chicago to Wisconsin to like the Cameron's family has like a small like vacation home situation on the lake.
Awesome.
But there's no signal. Like
that sounds like heaven to me.
I get antsy because I could be working, and sending files to people and stuff like that. I get that.
So. Yeah, you're literally taking money out of your own pocket, whereas me, I'm just like, I put my away message on. I'm on vacation time. Like they're paying me no matter what. So I'm gonna go off the grid.
Yeah. So so I won't be around for next week, which means I'm not going to be around for the first 2 days in September, which kind of bums me out, but I'm still super excited. So Toku-tember is an art challenge that I created last year, and friend of the show Mike Dent cut an awesome trailer for us last year.
Snap.
Which I'll link in the show notes so you can check it out. But it was awesome. It had like the classic Tokusatsu Super Sentai Kamen Rider commercial
that
vibe.
Guy is so good.
I love Mike. He's
also
he's
if you didn't get a chance to see it, our 10-year anniversary, he also cut a video for Super Art Fight. So if you watch the Toku-tember video, be sure to check out Mike's other stuff. Like, dude is just an amazing voice.
Yeah.
Didn't he do all of the editing work for that too?
He did all the editing for that.
Golly, that man is a dynamo.
He actually was. So Power Morphicon was this past weekend, which is a Power Ranger themed convention, and he wasn't there, but he did voice work for a fan film. Mm-hmm. I guess they have a fan film competition, and he played like one of the major villains in it. As a voice actor, and that film he was part of won the competition.
Really?
And it's online, so I'm gonna link Mike Dent's. This is the Mike Dent hour. I'm just gonna link all of Mike Dent's shit in the show notes.
Let's
stuff.
Just do all things Mike Dent, and I'd say we could improve him, but I think the only thing we could improve is by showing him to fucking everyone.
Yeah. So if you're in the American Tokusatsu Super Sentai Power Rangers fandom, you've probably heard of Mike Dent anyway.
Yeah. But, I mean, right, and let me say for this, I'm not. I'm really know shit about Kamen Rider Tokusatsu other than what you've told me. I like the designs. I think it's really cool. Mike has an amazing voice. He's a great video editor, and I'd seriously watch all of his stuff. He's awesome.
Yeah.
So take it from the like whitest, nerdiest, like blandest ass white dude you could find. It's really good. Like, seriously.
Yeah.
Just shave your neck beard and open up YouTube and educate yourself.
Yeah. So anyway, Toku-tember is an art challenge that takes place in September, and it's all based around celebrating tokusatsu. So like live action special effects. So that includes like Godzilla movies, that includes Super Sentai, Power Rangers, Kamen Rider, Metal Hero, Ultraman, the rescue shows, all that kind of stuff. And last year was the first year we did it. I thought it went pretty well. I have no idea how other people, but like the idea is to use whatever medium you want and make a thing. And the challenge is to try to do it every day, but if you can only do it one thing during the month, that's fine. One of my favorite entries was somebody made bento boxes, but with Kamen Rider faces. So they made like curry rice in the shape of a Kamen Rider, and I was like,
Nice!
oh, I'm so hungry.
Oh,
But yeah, last year I just said, here, we'll do the theme is insects. And
okay.
some of the feedback I got was people really wanted a prompt list. So I don't know if you're familiar with Inktober.
Yes.
Inktober happens right after Tokutember, so we're getting the jump on that motherfucker. Well, fuck him anyway, because he was shitting on people using digital inking last year. So I was like,
Fuck, why?
that.
Oh, internet ruins everything. Anyway, go on.
So I created a prompt list. So every day, there are 30 prompts. So every day there's a new word to kind of inspire your creative brain and kind of use that as a starting point. Sort of like our Wheel of Death, where we have topics. So like
Right.
the prompt list is your Tokutember Wheel of Death, and come up with a thing. And I don't know how other challenges do it, but I was like, fuck it. I made the list. I'll just release it early so people can, think about
Yeah.
it and
Hell yeah.
take a chance.
Get a jump on it if you want to get a jump on it.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to do a couple entries early because, like I said, I won't be able to post anything on the 1st and 2nd, so I'm trying to figure out how
Hootsuite, son. Hootsuite.
Hootsuite will do that for me?
I believe so, yeah. We can talk about that after the fact.
Okay.
But there's a lot of programs that you can use to delay posts and what have you across multiple types of social media. So
Okay.
we have the technology. It's definitely out there.
Okay. So I'll have to do that for Hootsuite. So I've been posting...
And I may be wrong for Hootsuite, by the way. Somebody's going to start yelling at me about something. Or I think we also use a different program for Super Art Fight as well. But there's definitely a way to do it.
Okay. All right. Well, that's good because... I'm going to have to schedule some things in advance just because I've also got other stuff going on. And I don't think my helmet builds count because they won't be completed, but I kind of want to cheat and say, I'm doing these helmets. They're part of Super Sentai.
I mean, I really think that it's at the very least a nice secondary thing of pulling the thread together while you do a bunch of releases. And if you happen to, I don't know, miss a day or something, you're making fucking Ranger helmets.
I actually thought, and I've been contemplating this. So I've been thinking about relaunching Yellow Peril at some point.
Interesting.
And I was thinking maybe doing Tokutember, but with the my cast of characters, and every update having them in a one-shot comic thing or a comic panel or something like that. Either them as the hero, or them collecting things, or them watching a show, or them doing something like that. So I got to ruminate on this a little bit and see how much time I got.
I really would love to see it as maybe another idea. When I think about your drawings, I also think about the videos that you've cut with Art Fight, where you do dumb drawings in under 2 minutes. You literally setting a timer and then drawing whatever it is, just dumb drawings, whole new YouTube segment. You just 2-minute videos, just completely uncut. Okay, kids, here we go. And then the thing, and then this is dumb, and then that's it. And just encourage other people to do dumb drawings.
I might set that up as a separate thing. That would be really funny. Just dumbass drawings.
Just dumb drawings. Similar to sketch dailies, just dumb drawings. Just
dumb drawings.
Every day you just throw out a dumb drawing.
Yeah. I'll need somebody to film that with me, because it only works if I'm able to talk to the camera and then show them up and stuff.
Sir, we can get together and do at least 2 dozen. We can just schedule a monthly meet up where we go eat meat and then we go film. Actually, we should film first.
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh, we can totally.
We also, and I should probably do this privately, but we also have to schedule a time to meet with Greg. So I guess we can. You're not on social media anymore, but I'll text you. And
it's okay. I still have Facebook Messenger. As apparently I realized I haven't deleted that, which is probably a good thing, just in case people actually do need to get a hold of me.
Okay. Anyways, Tokutember. I encourage everyone to participate. I don't give a shit if you just want to draw Mighty Morphin Power Rangers the entire time. I don't care if you can only do one thing during September. I don't care if the thing you create is fan fiction. Whatever. This isn't about gatekeeping or keeping fans away from the or potential fans away from the genre. This is a celebration of tokusatsu. This is a celebration of this stupid thing that we love that's aimed at like 12-year-olds and under. So if you want to participate, fucking do a thing. Like I'm excited that people had fun with it last year, and I want to continue in this tradition. Like I don't want people feeling obligated to do it a certain way. I want people to just have fun, and you know, whatever you can come up with is awesome. And
we could do, at least for a little bit of obligation, search the hashtag Tokutember and like 3 people you've never met before.
Oh, yeah. That's
Start encouraging other artists.
Yeah.
If it's a 12-year-old, if it's a 35-year-old, and the drawings look relatively the same, fuck it.
Yeah.
Like, make the thing. Whatever they end up making, just like some random photos and make somebody feel good. They're going to look at your feed and be like, oh, what are you doing? And they're going to check out what you're doing for Tokutember. And even if you're not doing anything for Tokutember, just show them a little bit of love, and maybe we can stop making everything terrible, and people like me might come back to social media.
Yeah. My Twitter feed for September is going to be a lot of retweets and a lot of likes.
Good.
My Instagram is going to be just me liking everything just like last year.
Yeah.
I actually met a few artists online that through Tokutember last year, so it's been really cool, like following their stuff and watching that shit. So just jump on in, join us in this celebration. Fuck it.
All right, so that aside, what are we actually getting to? The meat and potatoes, if we haven't burned already like 25 minutes.
All right. We're going by the list. We're going with what's written on the list.
Shit. Okay.
And the next topic on the list is new metal, spelled N-U metal.
I should have done research. Okay.
And you're going to have to explain this to me because I am old, and metal for me when I was growing up was Metallica and Megadeth and Slayer, and people
and it still is.
Yeah, people considered Guns N' Roses metal at one point. The hair bands were like the metal-ish stuff for me. Someone once said Kiss was a metal band, and I laughed in their face, even though Kiss.
How is Kiss not a metal band? They're hair metal.
Well, I would consider them like aluminum in terms of the metal. Not really heavy, but like
fair enough.
Flaky and easily malleable, and
I would argue anybody who uses pyro in an aggressive manner like Gene does is metal.
Okay. All right. Well, I bet.
Yeah, I mean, if you're blowing fire into the crowd while dressed as a giant bat in platforms with a base shaped like a bloody axe, I think you count as metal. Whether or not your music is that metal is debatable.
Right.
You're fucking metal.
Okay.
And understand, I don't even like Gene Simmons, and I gotta give credit where credit's due.
Okay. All right. Well then, yeah. So metal for me was all of that. So what is new metal? Did metal die and then return?
No. So new metal. Let's see. Wikipedia describes new metal
is NU metal.
NU
metal.
Sometimes written NU with an umlaut dash metal. New metal is a subgenre of alternative metal that combines elements of heavy metal music with elements of other music such as hip hop, alternative rock, funk, industrial, and grunge.
Oh, man.
So, i.e., if you graduated right anywhere, I'd say between 1999 and 2007, maybe, I think your TRL watching ass understands Limp Bizkit.
Okay.
Disturbed, a lot of this, like Linkin Park, Incubus. If your rock band had a DJ, that definitely counts as new metal. Like it was almost like, you know how there's all of these fusion restaurants that were really big like 5 or 6 years ago, where they were like, it's Korean fusion, it's Hawaiian fusion, and just like everybody was making fucking Reese's cups out of all types of food. Yeah. It was like that, but with metal music. Because it was almost like classic metal style, your Metallicas. Mm-hmm. They're almost their death rattle. It was like, well, we have to adapt with the times and get into what the kids are into because Metallica's losing people for Nelly or whatever it is.
Right.
We need to bring in elements of hip hop, and the way that, let's say, Run DMC and Aerosmith doesn't work necessarily because it's a little too, rubbing elbows.
Yeah.
And we didn't get enough of Public Enemy and Anthrax.
Oh God, that was so good.
Bring the Noise is a fucking jam and a half. But I would call Bring the Noise. You know what? Fuck it. I would really call, because I'll fucking, I like Run DMC, I like Aerosmith. I thought that combining together was kind of meh. Bring the Noise.
Oh yeah.
That is genesis for nu metal.
Mm-hmm.
That is the the big bang of metal. If you've ever let me be more specific. If you've ever been a fat white dude and cranked up and know the actual lyrics from Chuck D in that song, one, it's the first and probably only time you've ever sang along to Public Enemy.
Yeah.
And two, you played Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2. So,
yes.
right, yes. So you understand nu metal.
Also the soundtrack to Judgment Night.
I don't know what we're talking about, but okay.
The soundtrack to Judgment Night, you had Onyx and Biohazard.
Yes, okay. Yes.
You had all of these these hardcore thrash metal bands and these hardcore rappers. The entire soundtrack is combinations of the two. Yeah. So the movie is garbage, right. But the soundtrack is amazing. I would rock with that every day at high school. That shit was fucking lit.
Okay, so to further along with the descriptor, if you haven't figured it out yet, Wikipedia also listed it as nu metal became popular in the late 1990s with bands and artists such as Korn, Limp Bizkit, and Kid Rock, all releasing albums that sold millions of copies. Nu metal's popularity continued during the early 2000s
Korn's
with bands such
awesome.
as Papa Roach, Stained, and P.O.D., as well as Linkin Park, which fucking set I graduated in 2002. Linkin Park. You could not avoid Linkin Park if you fucking tried.
And they had a Gundam in one of their videos, so yes.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, Jamie. They kind of had a bit of something for everybody. If you were into the more slower jams, you were blasting In the End. If you were trying to be a bit of a nerd, you were checking deep cuts on Hybrid Theory. It spoke to everyone's kind of antsy, "Mom, get out of my roomness" of being a fucking teenager.
They actually had a Gundam kit, Wait,
is this
a Lincoln...
old school Infinite Waltz, all of the fucking feathers kind of shit?
I don't remember what the...
Because I swear that's when Toonami was blasting Gundam Wing like a fucker.
I don't remember the exact model. I think it was an RX-78, but Linkin Park had a Gunpla kit issued from Bandai at some point, which is peak nerddom for me. I was like, that's how you know you've made it. When Bandai says, "Yeah, we'll make a Gunpla for you." That's a dream of mine that will never occur, but it's one of my dreams to design a Gunpla.
So here's my thought process. When I threw this on there, I forget how nostalgic I get for nu metal. Now, please understand, there are a couple bands on that list and others that would be considered nu metal that I will adamantly defend. Whether or not I'm right, whether or not it's actually good, I hold it near and dear to my heart. Similar to someone in their, now in their early 40s defending grunge, and somebody in their late 40s or early 50s defending 80s hair metal. It's a generational thing. What you listen to in high school is the thing that you kind of carry with you almost infinitely through. And there's probably a window where, you're 13 to about 28 is when you're I'm deciding what music I like, and then everything else you're this is kind of shit, and everything before that I can kind of appreciate, but it's kind of shit, and you just kind of get in your groove. So my thought is that there's a lot of people complaining about music today. I'm one of them. I don't understand what a lot of the kids are into. I completely separated myself from a lot of stuff. There's a lot of pop acts that I think are really good and really organized together. I think nu metal, or at least the spirit of nu metal, might be the only way to bridge the gap. And here's my theory. Music tends to be the thing that people and generations hang their hats on, right? the 60s get Simon and Garfunkel, the 70s get kind of Led Zeppelin, 80s get Motley Crue and what have you, 90s got Pearl Jam and Nirvana, the 2000s kind of got nu metal.
Mm-hmm.
And we're really bad at hanging our hat on it because we're like, so about Fred Durst. Well, okay, yeah, but other than Roland being kind of fucking schlocky, what did Fred do? Like, what did he do that was wrong? Like, how did he do anything worse than a Bret Michaels in the 80s?
Yeah.
Like, right? I mean, like, I clearly can't give anyone a hard time about backwards caps, though I think the Yankees suck.
Yeah.
I can't give anyone a hard time about wearing cargo shorts or Jenkos or whatever it is. I was fucking guilty of that. And cargo shorts are still practical today. I don't care. Fight me.
He also did the theme song for the American Badass at one point.
well, hang on. You're thinking of Kid Rock.
Yeah, but the first theme song was
Oh,
Limp
yeah,
Bizkit.
Roland.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Roland.
He did Roland, right. So,
Yeah.
like, right. The arguably worst time in wrestling, Ruthless Aggression, was all fucking new.
Best time.
Hey, look, I love the King of Rock, all right? Like, let me be clear here. Run DMC coming back, getting back into my good graces.
That song was a fucking jam.
So here's my theory, Jamie. You're already getting nostalgic about a lot of stuff, and we can throw a lot of bad stuff away, but like any genre, we can pick our highlights and we can go, yeah, this was really good, and a lot of this was shit. And we just kind of, as time goes on, the really bad stuff, or the stuff that you can really get picked on, stays up high. The really good stuff stays just below that. And then all the mediocre shit just kind of sloughs off.
Mm-hmm.
I think we can use the spirit of nu metal to start bringing people together in music.
I think what we need to do is we need to construct a nu metal band, because all the old bands all the nu metal bands, I mean, they'll come up with new shit, but it won't speak to this generation. We need to create a nu metal band out of what's going on here. So like, much like the Judgment Night soundtrack took current bands and said, you fuckers work together and make a jam. I think we need to, I think what you're talking about, bringing people together,
yeah,
I think we need to do that with like current acts here and mash them together and see if it works.
I need a new Rage Against the Machine.
Mm-hmm,
and credit where it's due to Prophets of Rage, they ain't it.
Yeah.
Chuck D, I enjoy. Tom Morello, I enjoy. The rest of Rage Against the Machine are very capable. Rage hit a note, and I know Rage isn't nu metal, but I think it's a perfect example of there needs to be something that's kind of the powerhouse behind a generation.
And
we
protest
all need
music.
something.
We need real protest music.
And I hate to be that guy, but I think protest music needs a good beat, usually from hip hop, and it needs some crunching ass guitar, because you need to be able to start bridging some gaps here.
Mm-hmm.
You need dudes who kind of look like me, who might be uncomfortable with hip hop music, to kind of go, you know what? That Executioner song was pretty good. Yeah. Like, I need something. I don't know if I need Mike Shinoda to lead it from Linkin Park, or I need something, but I think we can kind of agree here that it wasn't too bad. I need more of it, and I need it to not be so schlocky. Like, I need the cream to rise to the top.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's like some sort of like, I don't know, nu metal day camp or something, or I just need to like, because like I think Fred Durst is directing movies, and Mike Shinoda's doing like single solo hip hop stuff now that Chester Bennington killed himself, and like, just I think there's got to be something. Like, I don't want bands like Hoobastank to come back; they can continue to fuck off.
Yeah.
But like I need something. I need somebody who's angry and educated and well written and fucking growling, to find somebody else who understands how a beat goes and how a rhyme comes together, and I need the two of them to start making fucking music. And if I'm missing it and it's already out there, please send it to me. Let me know what it is so that I can start promoting it, because I'm hoping somebody else feels the same way I do about it.
Yeah, I mean, I think, well, yeah, we should see if we can put together like a couple super groups here.
And it doesn't necessarily have to be super groups, because the other thing is, like, I don't know if I want guys who were in new metal bands at the time being the voices for things. If Bono's taught me anything, the older you get, the less connected you get to reality.
Yeah, yeah.
At least when it comes to celebrity. If some of these guys have fallen off, if the front man from Papa Roach wants to get with, I don't know, Wes Borland from fucking Limp Bizkit, and Fieldy from Korn wants to get with, I don't fucking know, the drummer from Rage or something,
Yeah.
and they want to form a group, awesome. I don't know if they actually possess the anger. I need somebody who's making sub 40 grand a year to, who's making just enough that things are okay and they're complacent and they're bored and they're fucking angry about it. And I know it sounds like douchey white shit, but I think like there's got to be somebody angry. Like that's your core fan who's trying to relate to them. I need somebody who doesn't have that perspective.
Yeah.
I don't want a super group. I want somebody fucking angry. There needs to be some shredding guitar. There's got to be somebody who has some hip hop background, and there's got to be somebody who knows how to put that groove together. We get a proper groove section together, some shredding ass guitar, and somebody who has something to say. They say it loud, they say it angry, they don't apologize, and they take what is the theme of today, which is fuck you. No, not fuck me, fuck you. And you hear that from top down, from President Cheeto all the way fuck down. It seems like the only thing anybody respects these days is a big middle finger. Fuck it. Let's give the people what they want.
I know we don't want old groups or old bands and stuff, but I think I would want like Dr. Dre to produce whatever this is.
And that's fine. Like if we need guidance, if we need a Rick Rubin to sit in and just kind of do the, hey guys, your sound is really good. I saw your homemade LP.
Yeah.
And now I want you, I want to help you refine that sound. I want to shave the badness off. I want to, kind of push you through. Good.
Yeah.
I hope that happens. I hope the angry voice of a previous generation, a Dre, a Rubin, a Mike Shinoda, whatever it is, kind of sees these guys and goes, you know what? Fuck it. I wish I had your passion still.
Yeah.
And just they stand up and they're angry about it and they don't fuck around. And they start leading a generation. Like, and kids, if you don't know what I'm talking about, go YouTube Rage Against the Machine playing in Mexico City. Because they play in an airplane hangar, and seeing that crowd of people move in unison is terrifying and inspiring all at the same time. And I can't think of anybody who really leads people that way. I ain't going to listen to Machine Gun Kelly. I'm not. I need something else. I need to bridge the gap.
Yeah.
I need like, I don't know. I need Mastodon with like some with Lupe Fiasco lyrics. Like I need something,
or like Kendrick Lamar or something like that.
Yeah. I need Kendrick to get with, I don't know, not fucking Metallica because they're fucking out of it too. But like I need somebody who's in the trenches, shredding and playing. To respect
Nita Strauss, put her on the track.
I need those two things together, so this way I can enjoy. Because I think that might be the other thing too. Is I count as a millennial. I am kind of the forefront age of the millennials. I'm 34 right now. I think 35 is the cutoff currently.
Yeah.
So people my age listen to hip hop and they listen to rock music or metal. They did. They can't avoid it. Like I said. I know what's on my fucking iTunes playlist. I get it.
Yeah.
I can apologize for a lot of it, but I still fucking have it there.
Yeah.
I want more of that. I want to be fed more of that, and I want to feel good about it. I want to listen to a song and feel good about it. I want to wake up every morning, and I want to read the news, and while I'm on the way to work and I'm still stewing about it, I've got something blasted in my ears where I got my head bobbing back and forth and I'm singing along with it. And I come into work and I got a little bit of just kind of like a little bit of moxie on my shoulders. Right. And I got a little bit of extra attitude. And I go through my entire day just kind of doing the, you know what? Fuck yeah. I'm going to get through this shit and then I'm going to leave work and then I'm going to do something good. And I'm going to go do something either good for myself or good for somebody else. And I'm going to pay that shit forward because that's the idea. I need that fucking motivation.
That's the thing that really has surprised me about music these days, because like music in the 60s was like we had like a lot of protest music, like music in the 80s. There was some protest about like the extravagance and the overspending, and we had some protest music in the 90s. And like these days there's nothing out there that's and this is, I feel like this is the perfect environment for someone to come out and just like get in your face and rage, like, for better, you know, not to put a nose on it, but like to rage against the machine of like, what the fuck is going on?
Well, and that's the thing. It probably is out there, but we're also losing it in the fire hose that is the internet.
Yeah, Spotify is just like, here, listen to what you want.
Well, but that's the thing, is I can't blame Spotify. I can't blame Apple Music. They're doing the same thing that the radio did. They're doing the same thing that record companies did. And I still managed to find Rage Against the Machine when I was of that particular age. Mm-hmm. It didn't stop me from doing it. Now, is that a record company acknowledging what's going on and maybe there's a little bit of shadiness hidden inside of their positive message? Yeah, probably. Yeah. But I think there's got to be a way to do it. I don't know how it gets popular or anything else like that, but I know I want it.
Well, Childish Gambino, This Is America, that kind of that broke through the fog. Like that took people by the balls and was just like
it totally did. But here's for me, for my personal preference, I watched the video a bunch.
Yeah,
I never actually downloaded the song and listened to the song separately from that. Yeah, I didn't enjoy the song though.
Because the I've listened to the song a bunch, and the track, you need the experience. Like it's a video experience. The song, the music is it's a banger, but like without the visuals, if you just heard that on the radio without any context, you'd be like, okay, this is like a hook. This is like, you know, you say the hook again, but without the visuals, I don't think it translates well. And what you're looking for is a track that you just put on and grabs you the same way, but you just go through your day and you're ready to, you know, ready to do the thing.
I want to be sitting at a red light and hear something and turn my radio down and roll up next to somebody and yell into their window, hey, what are you listening to?
Yeah.
And have them yell it back at me and give me this nod like, educate yourself. And and suddenly I'm tapping away on my phone, and the next thing you know, I'm downloading the albums and I'm cranking that shit up, and the next person who sits next to me and they see me grooving and they go, that's real fucking good, and then I yell the name of the band at them and they nod, and it just kind of grows that way. And I'm sure I sound like old man yells at cloud, and I know I'm dating myself, but I think it's important to acknowledge there is going to be a group, and I'm sure there are artists out there that speak to a much younger generation than myself. I'm sure there are still groups that are playing, and even the 60s anthems of protest probably speak to an older generation.
Yeah.
I know where I am in the food in the food chain. I know I'm on the tail end of marketing. People care about me, but I know that I'm in the prime as far as forming some opinions about a lot of things and in the forefront of a lot of things. And if I'm at the front end of the millennial, label that's going on, stop yelling at me about how I'm ruining everything and fucking stop talking to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll gladly own Sears and Harley Davidson dying if I end up getting Rage Against the Machine back.
Yeah,
I don't care. Yell at me about it.
Yeah, we need whatever this generation's rage to just fucking
And if you know it and you found the thing that you think is it that may speak to me, fucking send it my way.
Yeah,
I want to be wrong. I want to find out that I have been uneducated and just blind to whatever this band is, or these 5 or 6 bands somewhere in the country, somewhere in the world. It doesn't have to be fucking English. It really doesn't. I want to hear that sort of shit. I want to know what I'm looking for.
Yeah, I mean, I'm willing to bet it's out there. I'm willing to bet that we just haven't, that it hasn't broken through the fog yet. But I'm willing to bet there's a band out there that's just, because someone out there is feeling the same way, and they probably had this conversation and were like, fuck it, good. I could do it.
Good, fucking grab a guitar. Be that guy in the look, for every person who started a band in their mom's basement. Oh, here we go. I don't even know what we're looking for. Hang on, Jamie's getting a guitar, I'm assuming. Where is Jamie going? Here we go. What are we doing now? I don't know. Yeah, Jamie's getting a guitar. Okay, always good. Yeah, for every person like Jamie who decides to spend way too much on a guitar. Yeah, and I know that shit. There were a bunch of people who decided, you know what? Fuck it. They're in high school, they're young, or they're in their early 20s, and they're like, this song's going to take down the entire Bush regime. No, it won't, but good for you. I need more of that.
It'll inspire someone to vote a motherfucker out.
You know, here's the thing. I don't care if it inspires somebody to do a better job of what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, play something and have somebody go, that's shit, but I really like that idea. And then somebody way more talented than yourself is going to do it. And either you're going to decide, you know what, I'm going to support that band, I'm going to put my guitar away and I'll go play Stairway in a Guitar Center, or I'm going to make myself play every night and I'm going to get better. And I know this sounds silly, but stop it. I need rage. Rage. God damn it. Not be that fucking guy who... Yes. I need that sort of thing. So, silly as it sounds, I just went on a probably 25-minute diatribe about how inspiring nu metal is, and I might be the only person on the planet who said so. As I talk about rage like it was nu metal, and it really wasn't.
It's hard to do without a pick.
But that's the thing is, nu metal was the inspiring thing for me. It's why I learned to play music. It's why I wanted to play music. It's what I still listen to a lot of the time. It's what ends up on my playlist. It's what's in my car. It's what I listen to when other people are in the car and they give me a look and they're like, really? And it's the same thing of when no one's in the car and I'm fucking singing along like a moron. I cannot help it. Listen to that shit. Remember that there's more people out there. And if you're of a particular age, like I am, like Jamie is, and you were into that shit, wave your flag, go pick up a guitar, go find a buddy, go flip off somebody, and go fucking play the music.
Yeah.
Be proud of it. Find a DJ. Find somebody else, spin the fucking tunes. The shit's good. It is. It just is.
Just make a noise and record it.
Make a noise. Yes, and definitely record
it. Put some distortion on it, a little compression, don't blow out your speakers and shit. Yeah, I mean... I hope someone writes us and says, you fucking idiots don't know about this motherfucker. And
good!
Yeah, I hope that happens.
Nothing makes me happier than to be wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't really solve anything.
No, we absolutely did, Jamie. My whole premise of this is that nu metal was good and it needs to come back.
Okay. All right, well then we made our argument for that.
We're improving nu metal by maybe getting rid of Fred Durst. Probably Hoobastank, like I said, they need to go. They're still making music, by the way.
Ooh.
It's fucking terrible.
Yeah, well,
sorry. Look, if you are in Hoobastank or you know someone who is in Hoobastank, tell them to do better. They're
not listening to this, but okay.
Yeah, look, there's a good chance. Look, from what I heard, they should be listening to this. That's all I'm saying. Feel free to at Hoobastank about this, Jamie. If you want to, just when you post it at Hoobastank, and it does. Hear me now. Look, you guys, when you started, were kind of like Incubus Light, and you had potential, and then the second album came out, and I was like, okay, this is pretty good. We can definitely continue this. And all of a sudden, the fucking wheels fell off of that thing. Stop trying to be Imagine Dragons and fucking write something of purpose. Mm-hmm. You're better than this. Mm-hmm. You're better than this.
All right. Well, nu metal, please come back. And come back for this generation. Don't be old nu metal. Be nu metal.
Yeah.
Be nu metal.
How funny would it be if we end up finding Fred Durst becoming the new Bono?
Ugh. I'm not a fan of the Bonos.
I'm just saying. He actually goes up on stage. Hey guys, so we're gonna end up doing Rollin' here, but I just want to let you know that every time a child in Africa dies, okay, here we go, Wes. Let's play break shit. And just...
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That would be hysterical. I would actually...
Burma and he plays break stuff.
I would actually quite enjoy that version.
See? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, he talks about the injustice in Ferguson and then plays In Together Now with Redman. That's the idea. See? I already fucking... Yeah, you're already fucking changing your mind about Fred Durst. You see what I did just there? It's fucking Jamie. It is. I don't care. Call me trash, internet. I know you do. It's fine.
God damn it, Brandon.
See? Yeah. Wu-Tang's for the children.
Wu-Tang's for the children. Okay. Well, I think that's gonna do it for this episode.
Yeah.
If you want to email us and tell us about your band, or if you know of the band that is the thing that Brandon and I are looking for, it's info@fuckingdoitcast.com.
Yep.
And we'll answer your email or put it, if you want us to read it on air, let us know.
Yep.
And I'm not going to be here next week, and I won't be near internet, so I couldn't post it even if I was. So yeah, have a nice vacation from me.
Where can they find you in the meantime, though, before you go away?
I'm on all the social medias. Jamie Noguchi on Instagram, which is where I'll be posting a lot of my Tokutember entries, and also Twitter @AngryZenMaster. Where can they find you, Brandon Chalmers?
Only on Instagram, apparently, @ThatGuyChalmers. Feel free to shoot me an Instagram message if you actually know the band and they have an Instagram account. You can share them with me, tag me in the comments, whatever it is. If you decide you want to follow me and you're like, hey, I listened to the podcast, I wanted you to follow me back, fucking follow me and then send me a message so I know you're not just some sort of rando or some sort of internet bot. But yeah, I totally want to meet and hang out with everybody. So, fuck yeah. Delete your internet.
Right,
Start a new metal band.
Start a new metal band. Bye.
Bye, kids.